Pixie, sit on my lap.
There she is.
Wow. She's your favorite?
This is it. This is the favorite.
She's part of the family. What does Pixie do for you? She keep you...
Protect.
She protects her.
She helps me stop crying.
She does. This is Tessa. Tessa, how old are you? Are you 5? She's 5 years old. She was diagnosed with cancer with a germ cell tumor in May of 2022. Her school called us one day and they said that she was kind of complaining of discomfort on her lower back area. She wouldn't sit down.
We went to, I think, to the doctor earlier that week, and they're like, yeah, just keep an eye on it, because that's to be expected, a bruise, from what they said at school, that she fell, so she had a little bruise on her bottom. So they're like, keep an eye on it. If it gets any worse or more discomfort, then come back. So on Wednesday, she called me and she's like, I just got a funny feeling. Can you meet me at urgent care?
We went to a emergency room and they looked at the area. The head person of the ER came in and said that oncology was going to admit us. She was getting sedated for an MRI and placing a catheter because she wasn't going to the bathroom. And as she was waking up from sedation, her oncologist came through the door with a binder and, sorry. And he brought us into the corner room of the sedation clinic and told us that Tessa had cancer. I think it was 1,000 emotions when she was diagnosed. I mean, on one end, scared because I didn't know what the future looked like. I was scared for her. I didn't want her to have to fight like she was gonna have to. But then there was also a part of me that was relieved because we had an answer and there was a plan. The ready bag kind of was a little bit different for us in the sense of it wasn't sitting by the door ready for us to go. The ready bag kind of was for Jared to be able to commute to work, just like every cancer is different, every cancer is different, every journey is different, I guess every ready bag is different. So our ready bag looked a little bit different there for a while. It had essentials, it had a blanket in there. There was a blanket, there was chargers. We didn't have chargers with us, because, we didn't bring anything with us but what we had for the emergency room, which is how most pediatric cancer diagnoses are, happens very quickly. And there was a tablet in there. You didn't have a tablet at the time, so that was really nice.
When we got originally diagnosed, I think we were there in the hospital for 10 days before we got to come home for the first time.
She spiked a fever that night, the day that we were discharged. She was laying on the couch and we came over and touched her and she was on fire. And we rushed her to the ER and they told us that she tested positive for COVID. But with pediatric cancer and her having chemo, her body has nothing to fight it. So she went neutropenic, which means she has no immune system. So she had to get blood transfusions and she fought a fever for quite some time. We were in the hospital for the first 2 rounds of her chemo. So she was admitted May 25th basically, and we didn't leave realistically until July 5th. We came home that Friday in our place that was built. When we got home, she ran to the playset, immediately to the swing for us to push her in the swing. She was excited.
Yeah, she got in that baby swing because she didn't know how to swing yet, but
and now,
she learned.
Yeah, she learned, and now she's on the big kid swing.
When we came home and saw it, I was just blown away at what people
will do for us. It was just such a terrible time in our life, to have to watch something so innocent just fight.
Took all the focus off of cancer and just
Yeah, and it was blissful back there because, we couldn't go and do a lot. I was either in my 3rd trimester and big and swollen and ready to pop, or I was postpartum. And it was the summertime, majority of it, so we couldn't go and do anything. So like back there, especially in the morning time and the evening, it was the best because we could just be like a normal family.
They removed
That's
the
what we
tumor,
did too.
and we knew that they got clear margins
October.
on the 3rd on our anniversary.
Yes.
And then they called 4 days later to say that she was cancer-free.
Do you have cancer anymore?
What did you do?
Beat it.
You beat it, didn't you?